We are less than 1 day out from the announcement that Joe Biden and Donald Trump will in fact be debating in this presidential election. They in fact will have 2 debates, which is not a lot, but it's something. There was a lot of fear that there would be none. And already, less than 1 day after that announcement, it only took a couple of hours. Donald Trump looks like he's already trying to blow up the entire thing and maybe weasel out of having to debate. You knew that he was gonna try to do it. The guy is an absolute coward when it comes to debating, but this is the form it's gonna come in. Okay, so as I said, they announced 2 debates. 2, count them 2. Okay, he acknowledges those. He agrees to those. And then he goes to Truth Social and posts this deeply strange truth. Please let this truth serve to represent that I hereby accept debating crooked Joe Biden on Fox News, one word. The date will be Wednesday, October 2nd. The hosts will be Brett Baer and Martha McCollum. Thank you, DJT. Or is that thank you, DJT? I don't know, the exclamation point seems like he's thanking himself. And you might think, well, he's clearly not doing that. I don't know, the whole thing's in the third person. How do you know he's not thanking himself? Why does he say please to start that off? What does please let this truth serve to represent mean? What is going on with the worms in his brain?
Hey, I'm glad you're here. Listen, in order for the Damage Report to keep on going, we need viewers like you to become a member on YouTube. Can you click the join button on YouTube today? Thank you.
But what we can divine from that is he just made up an extra debate, okay? They had their 2, I think ABC and CNN, I think maybe it was CBS. I don't know, and I don't particularly care. Those are the 2 that they had. Those organizations reached out. They have a lot of history, obviously, in running the debates. And both Trump and Biden agreed to the venue, the hosts, and the terms of the debates, which we've already talked about and we'll talk about a little bit more. So far as we know, there is nothing about this Fox News thing. Not only has Biden and his camp not agreed to this, I honestly don't even know if Fox had heard about this possibility. It's possible Donald Trump just made up the entire thing, literally including the hosts of it. Now, maybe those are hosts that he'd be comfortable with. We know he'd be comfortable being on Fox News, but this is his thing where, okay, we had it locked, 2 debates. He's gonna get what he wants, supposedly, right? He wants to debate Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, doesn't even know he is alive. And then a few minutes go by and maybe the reality of the situation he's found himself in suddenly hits him and he's like, also Fox News and Alex Jones is gonna do one. We're gonna be on the beach and Alex Jones is gonna moderate it and I don't know, some QAnoners. I guess there'll be a town hall for QAnon. And why would you say all this stuff if it hadn't been agreed? Now look, the way too generous interpretation is this is him strong-arming Biden into doing one on Fox News, which a case could be made that you would do one on Fox News. I mean, they're not doing one on anything like an equivalently partisan outlet on, the left or the Democratic side or whatever, but he could make that case. But I don't even think it's that. I think, and we knew he would do this because he always does this. He agrees to things so that he can seem big and strong and tough, but he's not. He's incredibly scared and incredibly nervous. And so you blow it up. You suddenly start throwing at outlets that we haven't agreed to, hosts we haven't agreed to. And this is just round 1. This is the first volley. He did this almost instantly after agreeing to the other 2. He's gonna talk about changing the date of the ones that they've already agreed to. He's gonna insist on an audience. He's gonna insist on being able to bring guests or God knows what else. He's already getting tons of ideas from the right-wing media, which we will describe to you. So this is just the first of what I predict, and I think it's a safe prediction, will be a lot of attempts to blow up the entire thing because Donald Trump does not actually want to debate Joe Biden. Joe Biden, even in sleepy form, he doesn't actually want to debate him. He wants to get out of it. And I think that's my position. The chair of Biden-Harris 2024, Jen O'Malley Dillon, seems to agree, says Donald Trump has a long history of playing games with the debates, complaining about the rules, breaking those rules, pulling out at the last minute, or not showing up at all, which he's done repeatedly in all 3 cycles he's run for president. He said he would debate President Biden anytime, anywhere, any place. In fact, he said and posted it dozens of times with varying degrees of comprehension and basic grammar. I appreciate that. Thank you for putting that part in. President Biden made his terms clear for 2 one-on-one debates, and Donald Trump accepted those terms. No more games, no more chaos, no more debate about debates. Good line. We'll see Donald Trump on June 27th in Atlanta if he shows up. And look, I don't know that they're gonna stick to that strong line. I like the strong line. I think they should do that. I think that they should show up on June 27th with a very real chance that Donald Trump won't be there. And if that is the case, then get an impersonator to play him or put that big blow up Trump baby inflatable there or something like that. But I expect that there's gonna be way more debate about debates. There's gonna be way more games, way more chaos. Donald Trump lost the debates in 2016. He lost the debates in 2020 against Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden, neither of whom I think are particularly strong debaters. He knows he's not a great debater. He was able to bully the Republican primary electorate in 2016 because they're incredibly weak and easily bullied. He did that. But he wasn't even sure that he could do that again in 2024, which is why he didn't even try. He pulled out of debates back in 2016. He pulled out of all of the debates in 2024, and I expect that pattern to continue. Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.